Tá começando! Opa, pode ser inapropriado. Pode ser que seja inapropriado para crianças. Eita! Eita! Avalanche, Warner Bros. Pô, que games é os mesmos, e o Word é os mesmos que fizeram Lumos. Também Lumos, os joguinhos pra celular. Ó, um mix de gameplay e um mix de cinematográfico. Uou, Hogwarts!
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
O que é que vocês acham que tá fazendo aqui, hein, humanos? O que é isso, moleque? Eita, bicho! Pocky Games, Hogwarts Legacy.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed school of
novo
witchcraft and wizardry with a
na
unique
escola
ability to
famosa.
manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden
Whoa.
in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Opa, sou eu que vou decidir.
But before you can study magic and
Destino da
begin to
galera.
solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard
Ó,
you
a
want to
gente pode
be.
criar o personagem, legal.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted
Oi,
into one of the
David!
4 Hogwarts houses.
Olha, quando a
Gryffindor,
gente chegar lá, a
Hufflepuff,
gente vai ser
Ravenclaw, or
sorteado pra
Slytherin.
nossa casa,
After you
hein?
settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room.
Ó, a
You will
gente vai
then need to
pros...
attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin
vai
your
começar no
studies
quinto
attending
ano.
charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a
Vamos
few.
ter todas as aulas, hein, do mundo de Harry Potter. Herbologia, poção.
Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you
Eu
two.
vou escolher
Time for a
Sonserina.
proper Hogwarts welcome.
Vocês vão falar com a galera do dormitório de vocês. Olha!
You may begin.
Irado! Vocês lembram dessa cena aí, ó? Batalhazinha de feitiços? Muito irado. Eu brincava disso quando era criança.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll
Poções!
meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets,
Entre as aulas a gente vai
enchantments, and
poder
mysteries.
explorar o castelo. Isso é show.
You'll
Opa!
discover
Olha aí.
dungeons and
vai.
secret passageways,
Accio.
Ó, passagens
as well as
secretas.
challenging puzzles that will require magical
Alguns
skill and a
puzzles vai
clever
ter.
mind to solve.
Opa, olha aí que legal. Ó, o
You may
dormitório,
even
né?
find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
Vocês vão poder encontrar locais que vocês nunca exploraram antes. Olha aí,
It's
gente.
the late 1800s, so while
Caraca,
the common rooms and
1800s.
classes may be familiar,
Final dos
most of your
1800s.
professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
Ó, você vai reconhecer algumas faces. Olha quem é aí, ó. Nicolas Quase sem cabeça.
Suffering is sure to win them over. Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a
Bruxos
special
talentosos.
curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other 50 at your own
Eita!
speed.
Hansi! Fala, Hansi! Obrigada pelo sub! Como é que você tá? Olha, ele tá cyberpunk.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your
Fala,
schoolwork
obrigada
will soon
pelo
become tested
sub.
as you unravel
Dá
a
esse polichinelo,
dangerous
vai já,
mystery
hein?
by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to
Cara,
try and
esse jogo
discover
vai ser
if the
irado.
rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the
Fala,
safety of
Caio, obrigada
Hogwarts
pelos
lies in the
bits.
balance.
I have opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Olha-me Deus do céu, a briga com os duendes, é? What the hell?
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers.
Eita,
Creatures
monte de-
corrupted by a magical force, powerful
Whoa.
goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to
Eles
achieve
estão-
their own goals.
Eles
In
estão
fact, there's an
possuídos por
uneasy
uma
alliance between the
magia
goblins and dark
desconhecida.
wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a
Yeah,
student
that's
take
personal
down
pride
your
then.
distraction. Who is this child? Do you not
Harry
tell me?
Potter.
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that
Não, Harry
just
Potter não
yet.
sou eu. Esse jogo é meu! Quem manda no jogo sou eu. Ó. Spells and combats. Caraca, que é isso aí, bicho? Olha aí que irado ter isso daí, ó. Vou refazer a ponte. Expelliarmos contra o que? A Avada Kedavra.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities,
Eita.
including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more.
Ó,
While
os
some may attack
inimigos
directly,
mandam um monte
others
de
might
coisa aí,
enchant
viu?
and incapacitate you.
Fala,
Mastery of the shield
Cedria!
charm
Obrigada
allows
aí
you
pela
to deflect
invasão.
ranged
Seja muito
spells
bem-vindo.
and
O bot
direct
bugou,
weapons.
hein? Aê, o bot deu... Agora deu. E aí, como é que vocês estão? A gente tá assistindo aqui Hogwarts Legacy, o State of Play da Sony. Aí tem aqui 14 minutos de gameplay desse joguito que eu estou muito ansiosa.
Students who become
Como é que vocês
particularly
estão?
adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Não, ele não vai ser exclusivo. Ele vai ter PS4, PS5. Eu não tenho certeza Xbox, mas vai ter pra PC sim. Opa, mais Vitos. Valeu, Caio. Olha aí, Harry Potter. Ai não, Harry Potter não, Harry
Flam with
Potter.
Descendo. Roast with Incendio.
Também te amo. Será que vai ter
Devastate your
legendas em
enemies using
português?
various
Vai.
finishes.
Eu acho que vai.
You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your
Será que
professors
vem no
do not
Game
understand.
Pass?
to
MEVODUT, uredra AOB.
Quê?
Mixing and matching dozens of
É o
spells
que,
will
Calô?
let you define your
Vai ter
combat
Xbox
style.
também? É, eu não tinha certeza Xbox.
On your path to
Tomara que saia no
become the
Game Pass,
ultimate
né?
duelist.
Tem Batman? Mundo aberto?
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades,
Acho que a
talents,
gente
and
pode
skills
explorar o
to aid your
castelo.
progression as a
É
wizard.
mundo aberto.
Complete
então.
challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells,
Ah, a gente
plants,
pode
and
dar
potions
upgrade
to
aí
increase
nos-
their
nos-
power.
nos
Decide which
feitiços.
talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy,
Ah,
or craft
lute.
your
Eu
own
gosto de
magical
lutear,
gear
hein?
that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in
Aí vai
combat.
aumentar a
Gear can be
ofensiva
upgraded
e
and
as habilidades.
specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
MEVODUT, uredra AOB.
Spells are not the
Bugou,
only
hein?
tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions
Eita.
that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Poções que podem aumentar o meu poder, hein?
Grow and deploy
Dá
magical plants to
boostzinho.
mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Ah, cara, vai ser muito irado.
Que de cinzo que polenta eu nem tô jogando tanto o aí ao iau.
Beast class, you will learn about a
O quê?
variety
O
of
The
magical
Sims o quê,
beasts you
menino?
might encounter, both at school and
Aí
as you
vocês estão
explore
bem,
the
gente?
world
Galerinha que
surrounding
tá
the
chegando
castle
aí.
and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Olha aí. Vamos voar! Cara, no jogo, no Harry Potter Pedra Filosofal, que é PS2, eu pensava que era PS1. Eu tinha maior dificuldade de controlar a vassoura. Porque a gente ia pra cima, aí ele ia pra baixo, era o reverso. Muito. Eu tinha muito dificuldade. Opa, vamos ter amiguinhos. Será que é multiplayer?
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks.
Parece que não.
Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin.
We've been over this, boy.
Olha aí,
Dwarfings cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Será que vão falar?
The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering
Fala,
areas.
Jota! Ouvindo.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
Room of Requirement, eu acredito que seja o...
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Hã?
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Porque vocês sabem, né? A sala precisa...
The room provides space for you to sow and harvest
Fala,
plants.
XM Pedu! Capa. Olá, boa noite, bom-vindo, obrigada pelo primezão.
Helps you discover Vivarium
Como é que você
that
tá?
allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deek isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to
Aí,
reflect
ganhou
your
200
personality and
Boa.
magical specialties.
Que foi? Ó o gatinho. Miau! Agora eu falei certo, né? Beyond the Castle's Walls. Olha aí, a gente vai explorar.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts.
Hogsmeade!
You'll want to visit the nearby
Yes.
wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Olha aí, os suprimentos que eu precisar, eu vou em Hogsmeade e compro e
Potion
tal.
ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
Ó, trocar de
But
roupinha, ó,
Hogsmeade
igual no
also
GTA,
has its
hein?
dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards emboldened by the turmoil of the
Mas tem
times
Dark Witchers,
wander
hein?
the village
Bruxos
outskirts.
do mal e tal. A gente vai encontrar por
You must
todo que é
avoid them
canto.
or defeat them.
Vou
As you
evitá-los
explore,
ou vou
you'll find the world
meter a
surrounding
porrada
Hogwarts
neles.
is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic
Ih,
seasons
será que
and
vai ter a
climates
casa
will
dos
fill the
grifos?
sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat
Ou
the
não,
ground with
não
snow
existia
or
na
rain.
época, né? Porque
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the
o que
countryside,
fizeram
each with
pra
vendors and residents
acobertar
who
o
have
Lupin,
stories
né?
to tell,
Eu acho que é isso.
and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself.
Fala, Juan! Violência,
When
eu já
you
chego na
student
violência. E aí, Juan, você tá bem?
Magical beasts
Catar a
roam
voz do
the
Harry
lands
Potter.
outside the castle walls. Some
Não é
have been
exclusivo
corrupted by
Sony, vai ter
mysterious
PC,
dark magic,
Xbox,
while others are at risk
PS4,
of poachers and their
PS5.
traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the room of
Ah,
requirement.
eu posso ajudar os animaizinhos.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in
Ah,
the world
que
as well.
fofo.
Dungeons
Você,
and vaults hold perilous
como é que
threats
se
and
chama?
also untold rewards.
As pessoas que ajudam os
Be
animaizinhos,
careful where you
resgateiros.
choose to explore,
Esqueci.
as it may lead you down a darker path.
Go, BD! Esse daqui é o
Master
Hogwarts
spells.
Legacy XMV.
Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before.
Oh,
Uncover ancient
jogo
secrets.
lindo.
Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be. As
Se
you leave
torne
your
o bruxo
unique
que
mark
você
on
quer
the
ser.
wizarding world. Here,
Vai ter dragão, vai ter hipogrifo. É, Hogwarts Legacy. Luísa Mel! Live the Unwritten Holiday. O que é o Unwritten Holiday? Cara, quando vai ser o...
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy.
O primeiro first extended look.
Now
o
let's hear
primeiro...
from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Agora a gente vai ouvir um pouquinho sobre a galera que tá fazendo o game aí.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years.
É o game que eles estão sonhando por 20 anos. É verdade, estou sonhando com esse game já faz 30 anos.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich.
Holiday...
And all we had to do
Não, Holiday é feriado, mas Unwritten
build
Holiday...
a game out of it.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just
tudo que a gente bota ali é para se sentir autêntico. Fala aqui, Meleca.
And then marrying
Boa
that
noite,
with
esperamos que
the
não,
iconic
né?
experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
It's the perfect handshake. Oh, handshake é como é o nome
Just
disso
the
aqui?
discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all of these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
É, eles tinham que responder essa question. Olha aí o mapa, olha o tamanho do mapa. A gente vai explorar pra caramba.
We're creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding World that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, you know, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own.
Espaço que é só deles, né?
Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books.
Isso, essa dark
and over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into that, and then beyond, we would go into the films.
Fala logo, Jesus, boa noite.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room.
Olha aí.
You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wonder, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new Wizarding World that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the Wizarding World, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself.
Vai ser 300
school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life.
Passei lá em
That
24
was
vezes.
a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts
Mentira, eu nem
is
tenho mais o
huge.
cartão que eu parcelava as coisas em 24 vezes. Fui hackeada,
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
Eita, que meleca. É verdade,
we recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Vocês
estão por fora, vou ensinar vocês como é que passa o jogo.
Living world is very hard to do.
É uma mídia física, mas também dá o...
And as a concept team, we really got into those details and
mas também
studied
dá
history,
o
studied
assim.
architecture.
Opa, olha que lindo, velho.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get
Digital também
as
dá.
lost in it as I do.
Porque assim, em vez de você pagar no cartão, você paga no boleto, aí você vai no aplicativo ali e parcela o boleto.
Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts.
Vai ser divertido.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts Legacy.
Isso é a nossa Hogwarts Legacy. Essa música me dá arrepios. Ainda teve uma propaganda ali do HBO ali embaixo.
Legacy, state of play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games
Xbox parcela, né?
we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Eu acho que se você colocar no PayPal, acabou?
That's our show.
That's our show.
For the magic to come.
Eu tô muito. Eu quero o jogo pra ontem. Deixa eu ver aqui quantas pessoas... 59 mil pessoas assistindo! Mais 500 nessa live. Nossa, gente, eu quero. Quem quer esse jogo aí? Diga assim, eu quero. PlayStation. Se tiver co-op, a gente joga junto, com certeza. Com certeza. Nossa, curti, gente. Tá aí uma promessa de um jogo bom, viu? Tomara que eu não me decepcione quando sair. Tomara que seja bom mesmo, de verdade, como a gameplay que foi mostrada aqui. Se bem que a gameplay do PS5, né? Eu não tenho PS5, mas tomara que dê pra jogar no PC. Tomara que tenha no Xbox Game Pass também. Então, gente, eu perdi um monte de mensagem aí que eu tava vendo aqui um negócio. Aí a gente teve 2 renovações de sub aí. O do Hansi e do XMPedu. Beijos pra vocês, muito obrigada, viu? Fui no exame do zóio, tô com 2,25 no esquerdo e 1,75 no outro. Cauã, é miopia ou astigmatismo? Eu acho que ele vai ser legendado. E o Cedria, que mandou uma gank e foi-se embora, Cedria. Ei, Cedria, cadê você? Ô, David, eu entendo.